everyone. Happy new moon. Happy summer in the Northern Hemisphere. I wanted to give you a brief snapshot of the herb that is for this lunar cycle. It's summertime here, so we have a summertime herb for making cooling herbal hibiscus tea. Hibiscus, a unique plant to be growing up here at the elevation of 2,000 feet in the Sierra Nevada foothills. Suffice to say, it survives in our greenhouse in the winter and truly loves the summer here. Hibiscus is, when you think about hibiscus, I lived in Hawaii for some time. I typically think about those hibiscus flowers. This hibiscus you're getting is Hibiscus sabdarifa, and it is native to North Africa and Southeast Asia. I'll put a picture of its bloom up here for you as we start to talk about it. And I'll also actually, wait, let me back up. Before I put a picture of the bloom, I want to tell you what you're going to get. So this is called a calyx. These aren't the flowers. They look a little bit like flowers, but they're called the calyx. And the calyx, if we have a look at the image of this flower, it's the outermost whorl of the flower. And it's got these dark red sepals that become fleshy and fruit-like after the bloom. And so this is the part that is used medicinally. And hibiscus is a member of the mallow family. And as I mentioned, it's native to North Africa and Southeast Asia, but it's been cultivated around the world. There's a lot of different kinds of hibiscus, like I said. This one is everything that I'm going to talk about in terms of medicinals are safe to use, dried to make teas, to make tinctures, to make glycerites, to make syrups, to infuse honey. So it's really good to consider the many options of hibiscus. Many cultures will prepare it sweetened because it has a little bit of a tart taste. You could sweeten it with cinnamon, with cloves, with nutmeg, with ginger. You could also, if you so desire, a lot of you have licorice. Licorice, as we now know, licorice root is a sweetener. You could also sweeten it with any other sweetener of your liking. So with its citrusy taste, it's super high in vitamin C. It's also got anti-inflammatory processes, and it's got minerals that like iron and phosphorus and calcium and magnesium and aluminum and sodium and potassium. So energetically, even though it's slightly astringent, it's considered cooling, which is why it's often found in the tropical parts of the world to help us cool the body. So it's cooling and it's astringent. Let's go ahead and start with what I think is most relevant to us now in summer. It's known through many cultures in the world as a refrigerant. I'll put up another image here for you to have a look at the hibiscus that's grown up here. The sour, astringent, cooling nature really helps regulate the body's temperature. It also helps to tone and cool irritated tissue, irritated mucous membranes throughout the digestive tract and the GI system. But it's particularly indicated for overheated states and inflammation in the body. So it's a cooling. So that could be you're feeling hot, which is why I lived in Mexico City for a while, and agua de Jamaica is hibiscus tea. They used a lot of sugar in it. It was a little too sweet for my taste, but it was very cooling. So, I like to use stevia or something like that or licorice root and have it. You can really tell that it cools the body, but it also cools irritation in the liver, in the stomach, in the bladder, in the urinary tract, in the uterus, in the colon. So cooling. It also helps clear. It also helps the vitamin C, kind of like lemon juice, helps move stuck mucus and also just stuck energy, stuck stuff through the digestive system. I mentioned it works with the digestive system. It works with the lungs. It works with the circulatory system. It works with the reproductive system. And lastly, I'll stop here. You can read up on this in the course information, but because of its high vitamin C and antioxidant content, hibiscus it helps strengthen the immune system. So it acts as an immunostimulant to help fight off colds and infections. And its antioxidants really help to keep our cells healthy. And as I mentioned, to move the stuck mucus and alleviate congestion. one more thing that I realized I forgot before I go: cardiovascular health. So healthy blood pressure, healthy cholesterol levels is the way that hibiscus traditionally to treat hyper and hypotension, high cholesterol. It's even used to help things like obesity. So I hope that you enjoy. We will get to, in the elixir gathering, ways to use hibiscus. I will briefly say one of these little guys, you can crush this. This is really fun to kind of watch it open up. And this would make a couple cups of tea because it's pretty sour. It's going to turn your tea a wonderful magenta color or a light pink color, depending on how many you use. Maybe add a little bit of honey, maybe add a little bit of licorice to sweeten it to your taste. But hopefully you'll enjoy its cooling nature and enjoy its nourishing nature, its minerals, its antioxidants. Yes, and I will see you all in the elixir gathering. Bright blessings and so much love.